Been sharing a lot of this stuff on Instagram, and I definitely have a more engaged and more relevant to me following on LinkedIn. So I thought that I would start making some videos for LinkedIn as well. I've noticed lately that my posts, my static posts on LinkedIn, are not getting nearly as many views or engagement as they had in the past. And I'm curious as to whether that's because I've taken a step into the cannabis space and it makes some people uncomfortable, or if my stuff is not interesting or boring. So I guess I'm going to just shake it up a little bit. Um, I want to address my first point, which is that I'm wondering if people are not commenting because they're afraid to comment. That if they like something, then that might say that they like cannabis. And most of my followers and friends and connections come from a more mainstream industry. And what I'm finding is that I'm not getting a lot of comments and likes and shares in the feed, but instead I'm getting a lot of behind the scenes DMs and questions and comments. And so I'm wondering if it leads me to believe that people are curious, high curious, but don't really want to be public about it yet. And that's totally okay. I get it. Someone has to be the one who does the scary shit, and apparently that's going to be me. And so, what I wanted to just also share today is that while this is going on LinkedIn, and there's definitely a stigma around whether it made sense for me to step into the cannabis industry, and and there's this whole feeling of, is it possible to go back? And the answer is, I don't really want to go back. There is no going back because it's more just about integrating everything that I do. I don't have to only be about cannabis, but right now that's where my passion and my focus is, because the industry is so exciting. It's basically as if like P&G didn't exist, however many years ago, and it's a brand new CPG industry that is just blowing up, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. What I will tell you is everyone is interested in cannabis. Everyone, well, most people are high curious. And how I know this is I am the biggest hit at any social gathering that I go to now. I cannot walk in without having everyone come over to me, ask me if I have anything with me, ask me about why I'm doing what I'm doing, and then the entire conversation shifts to everybody's stories about how they love cannabis, how they're afraid to use it, how do they find out about it, where do they go, all these questions that High Curious is able to answer. And so that shows me that while on social media it might be a little bit uncomfortable, in real life people are really curious and want to know, and that's what we do at High Curious. At High Curious, we take people from who have never tried cannabis, who don't remember what it was like to try cannabis, or who had a really bad experience with pot, crappy pot back in their college days. We take them to Colorado, we stay in a beautiful Airbnb, and we make experiencing cannabis fun, safe, interesting, and you can have a lot of self-discovery from the experiences. So we're really excited for our big launch, which is happening in January. Stay tuned for everything that's going on. I'm definitely going to be sharing a little bit more of my entrepreneur journey over the course of the next few weeks. I saw a video with Gary Vaynerchuk that recommended this to the cannabis industry, and if anything, this will be my video blog, and if no one watches it, that's totally okay. Someday when we're huge and everyone's like, how did you get started? I'll be like, here are my videos. So stay tuned, and please comment, like, or just DM me if you're curious and you don't want to talk about it in the feed. Thanks, everybody.